Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Ogidi Maswan. So before we go into my topic for today for my video, I just wanted to quickly talk about what's going on in Africa right now, especially Nigeria, my home country. Different part of countries in Africa are fighting for justice, fighting for simple human right. Now, I can't go in detail in every country like Congo, like Cameroon, like Ivory Coast. I can't go in detail in all those countries and what they're facing, but do your research. Trust me, there's a tons of information out there on Instagram, on Twitter, even on YouTube here. There's so many information you can find on what's going on and how you can help. I'm gonna focus mainly on what's going on in my home country, Nigeria. Now, there's an injustice going on in Nigeria, and the hashtag is called EndSARS. No, SARS is not the virus that went on a couple of years ago. It's about they're basically an anti-robbery squad that was formed to help control the high criminal rate that was going on in Nigeria. But instead now they've turned into the robbery. They are corrupt. They take money from you by force. They go through your phone. If you have a tattoo, they consider you as being a criminal. If you have dreads, they consider you also to be a criminal. If you have piercings, they consider you to be a criminal. If you dress nice, they consider you to be a criminal. If you have just simply like say an iPhone or nice phone, a tablet, a laptop, anything of those sort, you're considered to be a criminal. Now I fall under all this category of things that I've listed, and it's sad to say that in my home country I'm considered to be a criminal just because I'm living my life normally as a human being. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people can relate to, if not more so, we're here in Canada, because these are things that are basic essential for people here in Canada. But in my own country, in Nigeria, apparently if you have this stuff, you're a criminal, you're 419, you're doing yahoo yahoo. So it's really sad, and protest has been going on. Sadly, there was a massacre that happened and a lot of people lost their life. But you know what? We're not going to get discouraged. The fight must go on. We must keep on fighting. I personally am an online protester because I don't have time to go to protest on the street and stuff, because there's a lot of protests going on here, even in Canada, right, to support them. Sadly, I'm unable to do that. So what I do is I protest online, and everyone, you're always on your phone. One tweet, one retweet, one post with the hashtag at EndSARS, at End Police Brutality, at Justice for Nigeria goes a long way, and it's gonna keep on trending. And the more it trend, the more that people are gonna see it, and justice has to be made. Justice has to be served, and we all have to come together, regardless if you're Nigerian, regardless if you're African, regardless if you're black, whatever you are, because this is simple human right everyone is fighting for, and we should all do our part to make sure that we get what we deserve in life. So now we're gonna go into the video for today. This video, I've actually done it like since October, actually since September, even October, since September. But because of a lot that's just been going on, I just didn't feel comfortable posting it. It's just been a lot. Like, if you're Nigerian, if you're African, black in general, like, honestly, there's just so much going on in the world. There's so much. Like, 2020 has been a lot. Like, every year there's something going on, but this year alone has been a lot for everyone, and it has affected everybody one another. So mental health is important. If you need to take a break for whatever you're doing, take a break. Like, at the end of the day, you don't hold nobody anything. The only person you hold accountability to is yourself. If you have a partner, your partner, and God. Like, literally. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna get right into the video. Bye guys.
Welcome back to
Enjoy.
my channel, It's your girl here, Wumi or Alo. You know what it is. It has been long, I know. I hope everyone is doing well during this COVID period. We're in October. Can you guys believe it? Like, bruh, it's fall. It's fall. I love fall, so I'm excited. Fall is my favorite season. Like, it's not too hot, it's not too cold. So it's just there. So I love it. I enjoy it. That being said, today's video, as you can tell by the title, is about parenthood. what you should prepare yourself for going into parenthood. I wanted to talk about this topic because I'm a mom, as most of you know if you don't know, of a 2 year old. So I've been a mom for like 2 years now. And I just feel like there's certain things that our parents, per se, or like our elders or whatever, they don't prepare us for. They always prepare us for like, oh, have kids quick, have your kids, boom, 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 boom. God will provide. Once you have your kids, things will be well, blah, 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 blah. Which, don't get me wrong, they're not wrong what they're saying. But it's like if you're telling us about the good side, you also need to tell us about the bad side, about the challenging side. Let me not say bad side because it's not bad side. It's a challenging side that you have to prepare yourself for mentally, emotionally, financially. Kids are expensive. Yes, having a kid is a blessing. Having a kid is joyful. It's like so many different emotions that like I can't even express. But that being said, we have to be realistic. We have to be realistic. Bible says, heaven help those who help themselves. So you have to prepare yourself for all this. So, going, I think it's like 3 different categories I'm going to touch on. I'm not sure, it could be less, it could be more, but we'll find out as we go. Sorry, guys. Hello? Yeah. So yeah, Walmart has had me on hold for like almost an hour now. So when I finish this video, I'm gonna call them and cuss, because why am I on hold for an hour just for you to let me know if my picture is ready or not? Like, it does not take up to an hour for you to go in and check for my picture. Anyways, we're getting out of topic. Yes, back to topic about parenthood and what to prepare yourself for. Like, people around my age group, a lot of people around my age group now are settling down, starting a family, having kids, all this stuff. So I just decided to make this video just based on my personal experience and based on other people's personal experience, which I have seen, just to prepare, just to kind of like, for what people should look out for and what to like prepare for and all that. Number 1, daycare. 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 Yes, daycare. Daycare where they go to for like majority of the day, so you can either go to work, either you or your spouse or whatever you guys decide to do, go to work, and it's expensive. It is expensive. Average cost, okay, I want to apologize to my Nigerian viewers because I know I have a lot of Nigerian viewers, but just take this generalized idea, take it. Like, obviously, as I'm speaking, I'm going to be speaking more of like when it comes to price range and all that, more of like Canadian based because I'm in Canada, but I'm pretty sure like wherever you are in the world, like it's still going to be roughly around the same. Like, it's expensive, there's no two ways about it, but I'm just saying that when I'm talking about price and stuff, it's going to be more of like Canadian price because that's what I know. I can't be speaking of price of places I don't know, so my Nigerian viewers, bear with me, but this is still a good information for you to know if you want to be a parent wherever you are in this world. Yes. Aside for the fact that having a child, you have to be mentally prepared. That it's like an old topic on its own that I will do. If you would like for me to go more in detail of how you have to be mentally and physically ready to have a child, comment down below, let me know, and I'll do that. But in this video, I want to touch more on the aspect of finances, and then things just you should know. Yeah, things you should know in like North America, in Canada, to be precise. Like I said, number 1, daycare. The average cost for daycare for kids, it's range from $55 to $60 per day. $55 to $60 per day. No, I am not joking. And that's average. So every daycare might be different. And I know some daycares, they go by age. They go by age range. So keep that in mind. The younger your kid is, the more you will have to pay. Yes, that is daycare for you. But there's some daycare, like the one that Athanasia goes to, it's like average price for everyone. It doesn't matter the age, and which is the one she goes to. And I really like that one because when she was younger, it was beneficial for me because I would have had to be paying, say, like $58 and all that, but instead I was paying less. But like now that she's getting older, it's like I could find a daycare that she could be paying less because of her age. But you know what? She's still there, whatever. It works, it works, it works. It works. So you have to keep that in mind. If you want to send your child to daycare, right? You have to budget. Like for my family, for me and my husband, for Athanasia, when she first started daycare, when I was going back to work, we did part time because you have to plan according to your finance, you have to plan according to what you know you can do. Don't overdo yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Plan according to your finance. Plan according to what you and your spouse, or if it's just you, what you can do. So when we started off our starting 3 days a week because based on our finance, that's what we can do comfortably without being strained. But now, thank God, she's going 5 times a week. So when it comes to daycare, you have to plan according. Yes, daycare is expensive. Yes, I know that's why most people don't put their kids in daycare because you're like, daycare is expensive, my child doesn't need to go to daycare, my child doesn't need to go to daycare. Daycare, I would say it's not more so a want than a need. I would feel like it's kind of in the middle. Once you have a child, right? A woman has a child, a woman or a female or a male can take maternity or paternity leave, and you are entitled for 18 months. That's a year and a half. You can split it between your partner, or one person can decide to take it, right? So it depends on what you decide to take. If you want to take a year or if you want to take 18 months. Like for me, I did 18 months because I felt like it was just better for me based on everything that was going on for school and all that. So that's what you need to take into consideration also. Will 18 months be beneficial for me, or would 1 year be beneficial for me? Some people it will take less than 1 year because they budget and they figure out that what they're getting from the government for that year or 18 months, it's not going to be beneficial for their family, or probably be a strain for their family. So what does some people do? Some people take 6 months, some people take 8 months, some people take 3 months. So you plan according to what's beneficial for you, or if you're in a relationship or in a marriage or whatever, what's beneficial for you and your partner, right? And you get this if you're working, obviously. So you have to have been working for, don't quote me, I don't know the exact hours. You have to be working before you can qualify for maternity or paternity leave. But Google is your best friend. Google it. Google has it right there. It'll take you directly to the Canadian government website where you see how long you have to be working till before you qualify for maternity or paternity leave. So why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this to say because like that a year and a half that I was at home, my daughter didn't go to daycare because it's how I see it as. It didn't make sense if I'm home. Why am I wasting money that I'm not making when it's just one income per se? Yeah, I'm getting the money from the government, but like it's barely nothing. If you're taking 18 months, you get 55% of your regular monthly income. If you're taking a year, you get I think 60 or 60 something percent. Like I said, don't quote me, check the Canadian website. It's there, it'll break everything down for you. This video is strictly of just letting you know what to prepare yourself for and what you should talk to with your partner before you guys decide to be like, okay, we're gonna get pregnant, we're gonna have a kid. Because most times in relationship, having a child does lead to a lot of argument, a lot of quarrel, a lot of disagreement, a lot of like things that could have been avoided if you talked about before you're like, okay, let's get pregnant. Because now that you're pregnant, the baby's there, like the baby's coming, like the baby's coming. So it's either you just have to meet halfway, or God forbid, like you're not gonna agree, and that's gonna be like an issue. So to avoid all this issue, these are things you should talk about, figure out prior to having a child. So yeah. So what was I saying again? Oh yes. So she didn't go to daycare for the year and a half I was home because, like I said, it didn't make sense. Now, that being said, even though she didn't go to daycare, right? Because kids need to be around other kids for their growth, for their development. They can't just be locked inside. It's not reasonable. Like, it will affect their growing. It will affect. I was actually going to do this video with my friend Chelsea, who knows a lot about like development of kids and stuff. That's her department, but because of our timing never seems to agree, so that's why I'm making this video by myself. But if you guys would like for me to make a video with her, because she knows more of the details about development of kids and what affects them and what doesn't, comment down below, let me know, and I'll be glad to make another video with her. So that being said, that 1.5 years that she wasn't going to daycare, she wasn't just locked inside this house. Libraries have activities, well, because of COVID now, I don't know if they still do that. They probably have like an online one. Don't quote me, probably, I'm guessing they do. But anyways, before COVID, libraries, they'll have like mommy and me time, baby playtime, like all those things that other kids come together and they interact and they're free. So even though your kid is not going to daycare, you could also like try those like different centers and stuff around your community that does those things with kids together, so that your kids is interacting with other kids also. Because when kids are not interacting with other kids, it affects them. It affects the development skills, it affects their growth skills, it affects their interaction skills. Because then, say a year or two, if they're not in contact with other kids, and then now out of nowhere you just throw them with other kids, it's gonna give them anxiety, it's gonna cause problem. They're not gonna know how to share. Like, you're like, oh, share, I can teach my kids how to share. No, it's a different from if you adults are sharing with the kids than if a kid is sharing with another kid. It's two different things. Like, it is two different things. It's not the same. So all those things like will affect a kid if they do not socialize with other kids. Married people might fight. One might say, oh no, the kid will go to daycare. The other one might say, no, they're not going to daycare. Compromise. Like, even at first, if it's like once a week is not bad. Twice a week is not bad. Just so like they have those social skills that they need for their development. Like, I feel like these are things that we take parenting class in high school, but they literally just give you the baby and be like, here, take, go. Feed the baby when he's crying hungry. Change the baby when he's crying hungry. But like, they don't tell you that, oh, daycare, you need to plan for that. It's expensive and all that. And then it's like, do you guys like my Hello Kitty? Yeah, it's actually mine. It's not for my daughter. It is mine. I had this before I gave birth to her. Fun facts about me. I am obsessed with Hello Kitty. I have this. I have I'm not talking shit. I love Hello Kitty. Buy me anything Hello Kitty. I will love you forever. Like, you will be my best friend. Like, yeah, just get me anything Hello Kitty. Anyways, we're getting out of topic. Yes, daycare. That's number one. Number two, apart from saving for daycare and all that, planning financially for daycare, there's waiting lists for daycare. Yeah, waiting list. Literally, if you want your child to start daycare, say September, you better. Listen, draw your ear. You better. I've been researching and making an appointment for daycare from like, say January, because there's waiting lists. Because if you say your kid is starting daycare and wants to start daycare in September, and you say, oh, August, I'm going to let them know, oh, my kid wants to start daycare in September, oh, I sorry for you, your kid is not starting daycare in September, because there is waiting lists. And if there are other people before you, obviously they're going to take in those people first before they're going to accept you. So keep that in mind also. You need to prepare, like, so as the daycare needs to prepare, you two also needs to prepare. Do your research, which daycare you would like your child to go to, book appointment, go do the okay, see, COVID just ruined a lot of things, because now I know you can't even do tours of daycare. Before you used to be able to, but now you can't even do it. So I don't know, I guess they can probably do like virtual tour or something. I don't know, to make sure you're comfortable with the daycare before your child goes to the daycare. So So yeah, that's number two. Make sure you plan according based on when your child wants to start daycare. Do your research ahead of time so that it's not, because it is, trust me, like looking for daycare for a child is really overwhelming. Like it is overwhelming because it's like looking for an apartment where you're gonna stay. It's like looking for a house or whatever. Because this is a place that your child is gonna be for majority of the day, and then like 5 days a week or 4 days a week or 3 days a week or 1 day a week, whatever day you decide to pick for them to go, right? So you want to make sure that you're comfortable with where you're sending your child to, and you being comfortable with that means that work needs to go into it. Means you need to do your research. Means you need to read review. So if you're checking like say 2 to 3 daycares and you're reading reviews and you're doing your research and all that, you need to give yourself time to do all that. You don't want to overwhelm yourself. So you need to give yourself months in advance from where you would like your child to start daycare to do all that. Yes. What a lovely thing to be a parent. Don't get me wrong, parents is a blessing from God. I thank God every day for my daughter. I thank God every day for my family. But that being said, you would not lie and say there is no things that you need to like prepare yourself for. Like it doesn't get overwhelming. It does. Like I want to see one parent that's going to come and tell me that being a parent is not overwhelming sometimes, that being a parent is not stressful sometimes. I want to see that parent. Like comment, I want to see that parent, and then we will fight. I'm just joking, I'm not fighting. But yeah, so that's number 2. Prepare on time, do your research, know what daycare you would like your child to go to, and then go from there. Number 3, subsidy. Yes, I'm going to talk about subsidy because like, hey, don't be doing bougie and say, oh, I don't need subsidy, I don't need support from the government, I can do it by myself. Number 1, I talk about expensive daycare is. So number 3, I'm going to talk about subsidy. Yeah, because at the end of the day, this money that's coming from the government, it's your tax money. So you better make sure that you enjoy your tax money when you want to, when it is beneficial for you to enjoy your tax money. Yes, subsidy, the waiting list for subsidy is even longer than the waiting list to even get into a daycare. Let me tell you from now. From the moment you find out you're pregnant, apply for subsidy. I'm not joking. From the moment you find out you're pregnant, apply for subsidy. Because do you want to know the waiting list for subsidy? It's crazy. Because everyone is trying to get into it, which there's nothing wrong with that. So from the moment you go do that first ultrasound, they're like, yeah, you're pregnant, blah, 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 this, that, that. As you get home, open your computer, subsidy.com, apply. Put your child's due. If they say, when is your child's birthday? Put the due date there. That is your child's birthday. Obviously, your child might come earlier, might come later, don't know, but put the due date there and say that's your birthday. Because, let me use myself as an example, because they're probably like, oh, Wumi, oh, hello, you're so dramatic. No, I'm not. I applied for subsidy for my daughter. When did I apply? Last year. We're in 2020 October, right? I applied for subsidy last year January 2019. I'm still waiting for subsidy. I am still waiting for subsidy. So if you know that you don't want to be waiting as long as I am waiting, my brother, my sister, apply for subsidy or apply. So you find out that you're pregnant, apply for subsidy. So some people might be like, what subsidy? What are you talking about? So subsidy basically is based on your income, depends on if you're a single parent or if you're like a couple, you're married, whatever. So based on your, say, couple income, or if you're single, based on like your single income, the government, they do like a calculation, whatever, and then they come to a number based on your income, and then they say, okay, we will not deduct, this is the amount you will pay for monthly for your child's daycare. So say for instance now, right, a month, I'm going to use the average daycare, which is for a month, which is 1,100, right? A month, 1,100 for daycare, right? So when they do their calculation, whatever, 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 based on your income, now they'll tell you that, okay, based on that amount, all you have to pay is 660. So instead of you paying 1,100 a month, you'll be paying 660, and the government will cover the rest for you. Which is, if you're saving 400, that's a good money. That's the money that can go towards your mortgage. That's the more money that can go towards your savings. Say if you're planning to get a house or something, that money can just be put aside monthly instead of it going to daycare. Put it aside monthly. So it's beneficial. It's good. Do it. If you don't want to act too bougie and say you don't need help, do it. Wumi is just here as a parent for like 2 years now to share her knowledge with you all. I'm so extra, I know. So yeah, there's something about subsidy I was gonna say also that I just forgot. Oh yes, and also with subsidy, there's specific daycare that has to do with subsidy. So subsidy, the government doesn't cover subsidy for all daycare. So if you know that subsidy is something you also like to apply for, so make sure, and you want to start, when you're looking for daycares, make sure that you're looking for daycares that is under subsidy. So if you call them or whatever, just be like, hey, just want to know, are you guys under subsidy? And then they'll let you know yes or no. So it makes your search easier also, because what's gonna suck if, say, you find a daycare you really love, whatever, your child start going, and then they call you for subsidy, and then they look and they're like, oh, we don't cover this daycare. This daycare is not under our contract. Now you have to decide, am I gonna go look for another daycare for my child to get used to and all that, or am I just gonna suck it up and just keep my child there and keep on paying the money? So yeah, keep that in mind. So yeah, so we've talked about daycare costs, we've talked about preparing for daycare, planning in advance, we've talked about subsidy. What else with kids? Oh yes, diapers, 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 diapers. Make the diaper rain, make the diaper rain. Okay, what am I gonna talk about diaper? If you're doing a baby shower, I'm just gonna go right into it. If you're doing a baby shower, tell people not to get you small or newborn diaper. They should not get you newborn diaper or size 1 diaper. No, 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 no. I get it. You're doing me a favor by getting me gifts, right? But how good is your favor if it's not really beneficial for me? Like, it's not really a favor then. That means you're doing yourself a favor by thinking you're doing me a favor by spending less money. Yes, because size 1 diaper and size 1 and newborn diapers are the cheapest diapers. And size 1 and newborn diapers, babies do not last long. Newborn diaper, your baby, depends on how big, or small, whatever. Depends, every baby is different, don't quote me. Newborn diaper, a baby can only use it, say, for like a month or so. Give or take, depends, like I said, how small or whatever the baby is. Size 1 diaper also too, depends, but the baby, they don't use it for that long. So if you're planning a baby shower, if someone's giving you a gift, let them know, say, oh, put it there. Please, no newborn or no size 1. You yourself use your own money to buy newborn and size 1. It is not that expensive. But when you start going to size 2, size 3, size 4, size 5, size 6, yeah, they start being expensive. You now start seeing $40. You now start seeing $50. You now start seeing $60 for diapers. Yes, diapers. And I'm at this stage right now when I'm trying to potty train my daughter, and it's just a struggle and a half, because I know she can do it, and she's just choosing not to do it because she says it. She would tell me no, and be like, can you tell me when you want to go? She looks at me and tell me no, because she does not want to do it. So any mothers that have tips out there for me, see, I'm giving advice and I'm also acting for her side. Like, you give and you receive in Jesus' name, amen. Anyways, yes, so any mothers or anyone that knows anyone that have advice for potty training, please help me out, because your girl is struggling right now. Like, I just look at her sometimes and I'm just like, you know when you give like your age mates that look and they know that like, I will punch you, you fight, I'm going to see you. But you can't really do anything because you're kids, so you just give them that look and you just like, literally. I love my daughter though, but yeah, it's stressful. Yeah, so that's no why I'm laughing. You guys know when, especially Nigerians will know this. Nigerians or Africans in general will know this, or maybe people from the Caribbean too. Maybe I'm pretty sure they do this because my stepdad used to say they did this to him too when he was younger. You know, when you're younger, when you get clothes, when you're getting new clothes, and you're like, oh, I'm getting you clothes, and then you try on the clothes, and it's like you're swimming in the clothes. And then I could remember then as a child, I used to be so upset, and I'm just like, why can't you just buy me my size? Why is my clothes always so big? Like, I don't understand. Now, as a parent, I understand. As a parent, I understand why. Especially, okay, maybe then they were a little bit too extra because when you're like, when you're like 9, 10, so your growth spur is not like as crazy as it is when you're like newborn and stuff. Because like kids, they grow fast, and especially my daughter, because she's like tall. Like literally, whatever she wears like now, in 2 to 3 months, they're not gonna fit her no more. So what am I trying to say? When you're buying clothes for your kids, like if you know you don't want to be going to the store every 2 to 3 months to buy outfit, respect yourself, respect your bank account, respect your wallet, and buy 2 to 3 months in advance. Like right now, when they're like newborn and stuff, right? That's what I mean. Like buy 2 to 3 months, whatever, until they get older. But like right now, my daughter, right? She's 2, but she's wearing 3 to 4 years old because she's tall, right? So like if I mistakenly dear right now, I'm mistakenly dear and go to the store and buy her something that's for a 2-year-old because I'm like, oh, she's 2-year-old. I sorry for myself. The reason why I'm saying I sorry for myself because in the next 2 to 3 months, I'm gonna go back in the store to go buy probably bigger size. So you just need to go according to your child and according to your kid. Like there's no shame in your kids wearing big clothes. Like literally, like there's no shame. Wear her that pants and fold it and put the shirt on top and cover it. She will be alright. She will be fine. She'll be upset, but she'll be fine. Because you know what? When she gets older, she will understand. As I understand now, why my grandma used to do that and my mom used to do that. I get it now. I get it now. So it's okay. It's okay. Feelings will be hot then, but now feelings are okay. So it is all good. So yeah, buy big clothes. That's literally what it is. Just respect your wallet and buy big clothes. So yeah, let's see what else. I'm trying to think. Like before making this video, I had so many ideas, and I need to start writing stuff down because like that's the issue with me. Because out of nowhere, my creativity will start flowing. Like, yeah. I remember. I lie. I don't remember. Because now I'm here and I'm like, shoot, all those things that have just been flowing in my head, where are they? But, yeah, so we talked about daycare. We talked about 3 aspects of daycare, which is like when to start applying, subsidy, and financial. We talked about diapers. We talked about clothes. What else am I going to talk about for kids? Honestly, I don't want to talk about food because every child is different. You can't use one child to determine another child's food eating. Like my child is the pickiest. Like literally, she loves chicken so much that for the longest time, that's the only thing she would eat. Chicken. It has to be chicken breast, chicken strips, chicken this, chicken that, chicken popcorn, chicken this. And then here and there, she probably eat rice. And then here and there, like, yeah, she's like very picky with her food. But I can't blame her because I was very picky too when I was younger. And the dad too is picky to an extent with his food. But then you have my nephew, Israel, who like Israel eat anything you give him he will eat, and I'm just like, oh, why can't my daughter be like this? But then at the same time I have to be like, every child is different, so you can't compare any child. So with food aspect, I'll just be like, go with your child. Like if you're lucky, you have a child that will eat anything. But if you're not so lucky and God just wants you to work a little bit harder as a parent, you will have a child like mine that will stress you. Because literally looking for food for them to eat is like a walk on its own, a walk on top of a walk. It's like an assignment for you. So yeah, yeah, I think I'm gonna end the video here because I can't really think of anything else right now. As like being a new parent, what to prepare yourself for. If there's anything else you guys would like for me to touch on that I didn't touch on, please comment down below. Let me know, and I'll be more than happy to do that. I'm also going to be doing more videos like this about like parenthood, about what to expect, motherhood, and all those other things. Like I'm going to be touching on topics that people don't generally talk about a lot. That I feel like it should be talked about. It should be normalized. It should be like a frequent thing. It shouldn't be a thing that's just like a taboo, because parenthood is not a taboo. Parenthood is a joyful experience. It's a wonderful thing from God. Of course, it has its ups and downs. It's just like everything else in life. It has its ups and downs. But I feel like if we come together as one, as a community, and help each other, it will make the journey easier. It will make the journey better and enjoyable. Like, it should be a journey that should be enjoyable. Like, when something is I feel like people confuse sometimes. When something is enjoyable doesn't mean that like it won't have its hiccups on its way, but it could have its hiccups on its way. It's okay, just as long as the overall experience is amazing. That's all that matters. On that side note being said, before I end this video, I just want to clarify something. People in North America, there's a difference between North America and Africa and Nigeria and raising kids. It is two totally different things. So when people are trying to give you advice and telling you back in my days, I know it's with love, I know it's with like care and all that. Take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt, because how things used to be back in the days, how things is back home, it's not how it is here. Here you're more so by yourself. Even though you might have help, you're still more so by yourself than people back home. Because people back home, it's a big community. You can literally just carry your child and dump it in someone's house back home. But here, you can't really do that, because you need to call first. You need to make sure that person is free. You need to make sure it is okay. And you need to make sure you're comfortable dropping your child there. So when people are telling you, have kids, 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 make sure you're ready to have kids before you have kids. Because a lot of things can go right than to go wrong. No, I said that wrong. A lot of things can go wrong than to go right if you're not ready mentally, financially, spiritually, everything ready when you have a kid and when you should have a kid. I'm going to actually touch more on this subject on another day. Right now, I'm going to be making another video that I'm going to post before this video. So check it out if you haven't already. Check it out before watching this video. It's going to be on thanks for watching my video, guys. I hope this video was very informative for parents. Like I said, if there's anything more you would like for me to talk about, let me know, and I'll be more than happy to. Once again, welcome back to my channel, Ogidi Imaswen. It's your girl here, Wumi or Elo, and I am signing out. Stay blessed, stay safe, wash your hand, wear your mask. Wear your mask when you're supposed to. Thank you. Bye. Love you all.